How to get tons of free Quest 2 games fast and easy. So let's go ahead and get right into it. I just want to thank y'all so much for our amazing community over on TikTok, on our Twitch, and just overall across all platforms. And if you like content like this, VR content, news, updates, tutorials, and more, just hit us up with that subscribe. It'll mean the world to us as we could do giveaways and much more. So let's get into it, right? We're going to talk about just being able to grasp onto these free Quest 2 games. Now, when you go solely to the Oculus store, there's free games, of course, man, like top-notch games like Echo VR, and just we know what games are free and what games are amazing, and just is it enough though? We don't know, right? So here comes along is going to be these free ways to get these games. So essentially there's a couple of options on how you can do it. So let's talk about how you can get games solely on your headset. So if you're on your headset on your Quest 2, you simply have to go to your browser. When you go to your browser, you can then search something called SideQuest, but it is integrated with App Lab Games, so I would instead say the first option is going to be without a PC with your headset. So if you're on your headset wirelessly through your Wi-Fi and that's all you don't got a PC or anything like that with your Quest 2, all you do is you go to applab.games, and then just in there, you can literally find games in that segment. You can filter out the options, you can do everything, and you'll be able to choose what game you essentially want in order to just be directly downloaded into your Oculus Quest 2 headset. And just like that is easy. App Lab Games has integrated. App Lab Games is the seamless, easier version of what SideQuest is. Now, it doesn't have as much games, but it has about 90% of all the maybe even 95%, I would say, of all the games that SideQuest essentially has. There's probably just a few. We also have a huge video on the App Lab Games Essential through your headset and your phone. You can check that out. Cheap plug. It's how to get Pavlov, and then we also have a Gorilla Tag version. Then we also have an Attack on Quest version, which is the different version because you can't really get Attack on Quest on App Lab Games, so you can go check those out. Cheap plug. So that's the headset version if you don't have a PC. Now, if you have a headset with the PC, then you would essentially just link your cable manually at first, and then you'll go to SideQuest, and now you have the full-on integration of what SideQuest is through your PC, and then you can then unplug that manual link, and then you can just stay on your Wi-Fi or your AirLink, etc., depending on how it's better, and depending on how it's reading it. Sometimes it reads it different. It's still all very new. A lot of experimental features going on and all these updates with the Quest. But the second version in your headset is going to be with the PC, and that's when you get the full-on, full-grown SideQuest, what everybody does remember as quote-unquote side-loading your games. Man, they also have a little bit more like horror games, a little bit more of options, but App Lab Games has really stepped this game up so much that you're not going to need a PC within the next month. But right now, if you don't have a PC, just put on your headset, go to App Lab Games. It has its own segment in the, when you go to applab.games, it comes up as SideQuest, and then you can just find that filter option that says App Lab Games, and then you go even to another sub-filter where you can choose your favorite games and choose everything much more to where you can essentially download what you want to play, like Battle Talent, Gorilla Tag, Pavlov. There's just so many games. We have tons of lists on TikTok. You gotta go check those out. We have tons of lists on there where we're helping out multitudes of people in different routes on how to get all these free games. And so those are the two versions if you have a headset. Now, let's turn it around. Oh, what about my headset is dying? What about my headset is not charged, Tim? We got this option. Now, this is my personal favorite option. It's the phone option. When you're on your phone, this is my favorite way to go to App Lab Games. So I go to applab.games on my iPhone or your phone in general. And we're going to talk about the Android phone right now. So let's talk about the iPhone first. So on the iPhone, when you go to applab.games, you essentially will be put up with the vertical content. Then it puts you into the SideQuest menu, which is just a brand new update, which is huge because before it was just one simple integration, swipe up and down. You only could look for games manually. Now it gives you the filtering option in your phone. Also in the mobile version, they made it very mobile centric and mobile integrated, so it's a lot better now. So when you do go to applab.games, it then changes into sidequestvr.com. It has all the categories, and then you'll have the App Lab Games. You click the App Lab Games option just as you would if you were solely being on your headset. Then you're gonna go into whatever filter you want, the free games option, the lowest price game option, horror games, action games, FPS game, hand tracking apps, meditation apps, whatever you feel that you're gonna enjoy the most and what you want your Quest version for, your Quest 2. This is the Quest 2 options. So on your phone, you're going to do that. Then when you click on what game you want, you're going to grab onto the Oculus version. It transfers you to the Oculus app. When you get into the Oculus app, you scroll down and you just put get the game. You download it initially on the app. Then it says it's going to be in your VR headset ready. Then you'll go back into your headset and it's there already in your VR library automatically. So with App Lab Games, it actually puts it in the essential library, which is incredible. It used to go to like more of the unknown sources option. And so that's really good. That's with just the iPhone in general. Now, if you have an Android, you can even step it up more. Android is available to be able to actually do the sole version of side quests like what PC does. You'd have to go into the developer mode, then you'll connect your link cable, and then you'll be able to manually connect your Android phone to your headset. Then after you do that, it becomes an easier integration. Then you can just get back to being wirelessly connected, just because so it doesn't mess up with any of the laggings, the latencies, because sometimes it's really weird on reading the essential. But you would air link solely if you're just gonna go to PC, but with SideQuest, it's still kind of just up and down on that component. Now maybe they're gonna update it to the max where you just essentially just don't need wires at all, and that'll be great because the Quest 2 is just it already is all wireless. But it's just with side loading games on SideQuest, not App Lab Games, is where it gets a little bit more confusing. So those are kind of the options on that. So let's go over it again to summarize everything. If you just have your headset, you don't have PC or anything, go to applab.games on your headset through the headset's browser. Make sure you're connected to Wi-Fi, obviously. Have your Facebook account integrated. Have your Oculus app on your phone. And just to ensure that everything's linked in and everything. Because regardless, you have to have the Oculus app. When you're in your headset app, go to the browser, choose what game you want on App Lab Games. On the filter, go to the free mode, select whatever you want. Very easy. If you have a headset and a PC, you can actually do the full-on SideQuest version where you can just download a little bit more games than they initially offer on App Lab Games. But they're the same thing. SideQuest and App Lab Games, they own each other. So, or SideQuest owns App Lab Games, and App Lab Games is partnered with Facebook. So that's the story of that, just to make it simple. Then you have the iPhone version, which I love the most, where I just go to applab.games on my phone because I want to save my headset battery, because there's no reason why to be on your headset all day looking for games and you don't even know, especially if you're just free roaming games. Sometimes I just sit there for like an hour and I'm just like researching games and seeing some stuff because I like try to catch the new wave that's going around, and you don't want to be doing it on your headset, especially if you don't have a battery pack. Like, you're just wasting all your time that you could be playing VR. So it's easier for me and my personal favorite to do it on your phone. Applab.games, find the filters, go to the free option, search whatever games you want. And like what I said, I had tons of videos on these also, so check all those out. And then the other version is going to be the Android version, which you can also get the full side quest. It's still in their beta format, but probably later on, maybe when y'all come across this video later, they'll have the full-on version where side quest is working amazingly wireless on just the Android phone. And hopefully they do get an iPhone version of the SideQuest, so you don't just have to do App Lab Games on Google and stuff like that. So those are some of the free ones. And of course, like the last option, people are going to be like, oh, why just like get that APK option, or I get the pirate option and I go here. I wouldn't do that because they don't solely promote it like that. What they do solely promote is SideQuest, App Lab Games, and the Oculus app and the Oculus store. So if you're not doing those routes, I think I'd be very, very iffy on what you're trying to do on that segment. I always get arguments with that, but please, I would recommend just trying these options when you're trying to get free games that are actually legitimate, that could be transferred to your headset easily without having to do any mods, without having to do anything else in terms of just hacking and jailbreaking, just like you would a mobile phone or something. So yeah, those are some of the tons of free options that I wanted to share with you all. I hope y'all did enjoy the video. Leave us a subscribe or a thumbs up or a comment. We love the open discussions. We appreciate you all so much on this channel. We're slowly trying to grow it and grow it, so with y'all's help, it'll be amazing. It helps us out, get the Discord going, helping out more people, creating a community, as VR is kind of going mainstream, but it's still very much under the radar, and we're here to help you all understand as much as we can. Also, let us know what you think about the shirt, man. I appreciate y'all so much, and as always, I'll see y'all in VR. Peace.